Number 25, given angle 3 and angle 2 are complementary, and the measure of angle 1 plus the measure of angle 2 equals 90 degrees, prove that the angle 3 is congruent to angle 1. There's two ways to prove it. I'm going to do the longer proof first. So I'd start out by providing the given information. So angle 3 and angle 2 are complementary. Measure of angle 1 plus the measure of angle 2 equals 90 degrees. And that's just our given. So what can I say? If angle 3 and angle 2 are complementary, I could say that measure of angle 3 plus the measure of angle 2 equals 90 degrees. And that would be definition of complementary angles. Two angles are complementary if their sum is 90 degrees. And then what else could I say? Well, if I know 1 and 2 are 90, and I know 2 and 3 are 90, they're both equal to 90, I could say that the measure of angle 1 plus the measure of angle 2 equals the measure of angle 3 plus the measure of angle 2. And I suppose you could say transitive property of equality, or you could say substitution. Either one would be okay. Well, our next step, since we have a measure of angle 2 on both sides, we could say the measure of angle 1 equals the measure of angle 3. Oops, this is step 4. And that would be our subtraction property of equality. But if their measures are equal, then by definition of congruency, angle 1 is congruent to angle 3. Definition of congruent angles. But we're not trying to prove that 1 is congruent to 3. We're trying to prove that 3 is congruent to 1. So our last step here would say angle 3 is congruent to angle 1, and that would be our symmetric property of angle congruence. So that's one way we can prove it. That's the longer way. The shorter way would be to say 1. I'm just going to skip that step because it's our given. But we could say, since measure of angle 1 plus the measure of angle 2 equals 90 degrees, we could say angle 1 and angle 2 are complementary angles, and that would be definition of complementary angles. But then if 1 and 2 are complementary, and 2 and 3 are complementary, we could use the congruent, we could link them right away. If 1 and 2 are complementary and 2 and 3 are complementary, we could say angle 3 is congruent to angle 1 by the congruent complements theorem. So the red proof works, the blue proof works, either one's okay.